Yeah, back there.
Okay, flags up.
3 flags up.
Thank you. Go.
So, who here thinks that they can't run? Okay, well, it's not that hard. So, years ago, when I was, well, a long time ago, like 20 kind of years, my mom was in the hospital room who gave birth to an okay-looking baby boy. And that boy, that wasn't me, that was my brother, but I was born 6 years after him. In 2003.
I told him that.
In 2003, I was born in November. And as I grew up, I always thought, like, I heard of people running these marathons and, like, how long it is, like 26.2 miles. And, like, I always thought, like, who's crazy enough to, like, run that long? Well, before I knew it, I was one of those crazy people running with them. And that was just last year when I ran my first marathon. And well, it's getting hot. So last year when I finished my marathon, I remember I felt great. But I remember before that, like, it was only 2 years ago, it wasn't that long, when I was in 8th grade. I'm in 10th grade now, I was a sophomore. And in 8th grade, I remember I ran a mile in 7 minutes and 30 seconds in PE. And I remember at the time, I was really proud about that. Like, I was like, wow, I did that, you know, by myself. And then I told my brother, who at the time was in cross country in high school, like, the mile time I got. And he was like, well, good job. Like, you should, like, try to get better times. Like, get 7 minutes, get 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Like, just keep trying and go harder and harder. And I thought, why not? Like, I had nothing to lose, so I kept trying harder and harder. But before I knew it, I graduated middle school and went on to high school, and I was a freshman, and my brother was still there in cross country. And I remember one day, I was sitting in nutrition with him, and then his friend came up to us and told us how there's a marathon running group called Students Run LA, or SRLA. And, like, at the time I was thinking, like, I can barely run a mile. Why would I want to run a marathon? But my brother was like, sure, why not? I'll run it. And so then I was like, okay, I guess I will too, because I'll just follow him. So then we both went to that club, and every month in that club, there is like a run like that gets longer and longer every month. So it first starts off at 3 miles, and then 6 miles, and 9 miles, then it turns to a half marathon every month, like September, October, November. And then I remember in the first run, the 3 mile run, like, I did terrible. Like, I was like worse. Like, I did not expect to do that bad. I remember I ran like 2 miles, and then the last mile I had to like walk all of it, and I felt like I felt like I was just done with running. But then I trained like harder and harder in the practices after that, and when the 6 mile came, I ran all of it, and I was really proud again, and I felt great. And my brother ran all of it too with me, so we ran that together. And before I knew it, we were running like 15 miles, but then I realized, like, wait, I'm running like that actual marathon in like 1 month. And I was just like, it boggled my mind, like, how can I run like for hours that long? Well, soon enough it came, and the night before the marathon, it was like really hard to sleep, because you had to wake up like at 3 a.m., which is like earlier than all the other practices we had to wake up for, because we usually have to wake up like at 6 a.m. over the weekend to practice. And we had to wake up at 3, go to our school, get in the bus, and drive to Dodger Stadium. And it started at 7 a.m. And then we had to run all the way down to Santa Monica Pier. And I remember that whole journey was just so intense and fun, and I'll always remember it. Like all the sightseeing you get to see, like the the Hollywood sign, and like all the people cheering you on, and all the buildings you see, and like this Hollywood. It's like great to see. And then when you finish and cross that finish line, it's like great feeling. Like crossing the finish line for the first time, like your first marathon, is just like a feeling you'll never experience again. It's just that exhilarating. And I remember, like, at the time after, I was sitting down thinking, I just ran for like 5 hours, 6 hours straight. Like, how can I do that? Like, that's just crazy. But after that, I went home, and I was still like really proud for what I did. And I remember other people were too, like, proud for me. And then so I was really proud, and like, because I ran it all with my brother, and like it was our first one, so like, we were really excited, and all the excitement we had like just built up, and like released at the time was great. And to this day, I still think if I didn't join that club, Students from LA, I'll still just be some average kid in high school who's like really like nothing special about, and like I'll just be some normal kid. Like who cares about that? But I'm glad I chose to do choose a different path and like become a runner, and I got to get this. And wish me luck, because this weekend I'm gonna be running my second marathon on Sunday.
Good luck.